Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The ISUPK, under Commanding General Yahana, presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026, in Houston, Texas. All Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person ages 17 and up. The biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under Commanding General Yahana. See you there, Israel. Shalom.
Nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and war like apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us. Watch where you stepping.
Yeah, on 44 shit, you know what I mean? Busy man, busy man. Look, when that shit drop, you step all the way on their neck, step on their neck and their head with that shit.
Friday, I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They don't know how I did it, nice, but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride, but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. They mad, I'm too solid, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. No, they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rank for real. I got real soldiers, kill for me, nigga, watch yourself. They say you been in beast mode lately, you is not yourself. When you dropping that fire, precious marriage, they inquiring. They can't stop what's coming, but I see them conspiring. Cross the line, them firing. This bitch here, finna break the spin. No kindness, I don't trust you, circle small. You can keep your features. Me and my niggas don't keep no secrets. In the feel like Jeepers Creepers, say they want some smoke, dog. So I brought these chimney sweeps. Coming like we coming, you can't even cap. These niggas don't run it like we running, bitch, don't even start. Bitch, I'm with my niggas till the end, till them do us part. If you wanna leave, you can leave, bitch. Bless your heart, fine in. I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel. He nice, but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride, but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. Ooh, I got a man, circle tight, yeah, back and seal. I heard they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rate for real. Take over in effect, yeah, I'm fully focused. You might not see it on me, just know it's women, that bitch fully loaded. Ooh, yeah, we up and rolling. Told them I need major motion. Think I'm joking, I'ma school them niggas like they baby Jordan. Got it out the dust, now I'm too clean, don't know why they hate me. What you want out life, dog? Guns and butter, baby boy. You PK top, dog. Certified road runner. I'ma turn that econ line van to a damn tank. I got chopper stash in the attic like they Air Frank. They had that shit on lock till I snapped on them like bolt cutters. You cannot play both sides, gotta choose your colors. See I'm throwing that one up with that W, that's my blood, bro. Fine in. I ain't show no mercy, I'm gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the dust, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel. He nice, but he don't show the skills, how I show the skills. He ride, but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. Ooh, I got a man, circle tight, yeah, back and seal. Said they want my life, I ain't worried, I got Ray for real.
Cause I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west to the death, cause I be one west to the death till they bury me.
What's the one west?
One west to
If I could train a dragon, I could damn sure tame a lion. Any climate, and I'm shining like a diamond out of Zion. Been a tyrant, never silent. My retirement's desire, but my dwelling place is fire. Fitting for my attire. If I could aim any higher, I hit the Allah higher. My asylum is in the bottom of fringes and the bottom. Wobble, wobble, shaking. Taking the city with a trunk, cause it's one big titty bitch. Ready to get fucked from the front to the back. We never stumble, never lag. While they recover from the Sabbath, we on the streets wreaking havoc, raining terror from above. This is Thanos dripping the glove with those monos dripping with blood from the scripture, stitching one W. I'm here to trouble you problems and I'm a troubleshooter. Rich niggas won't fuck with you, making they people uncomfortable. Usher you to the upper room, truly we the untouchable. Fully automatic boss status. 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 I'm here to conquer, word is about to let my sponsor get it on. She got the beauty and the brawn, booty eating the thumb. Wisdom I never pawn, your bishop raping your dog with the footage breaking it down. So I'm ruthless about the law, killing these Christians with a cross. Your religion, you living false, hostility in your thoughts. So I'm coming through with the salt. Kentucky ain't what my Chippewa indigenous will call it. The cross taking the scepter off the mantle like Moses before the battle. The chariots been the rattle, we riding out while it's shallow. You copycats get the gallows, coming out of the shadow of death. Resurrect the elect, one west, automatic boss status. Fully automatic boss status. Fully automatic boss status. Fully automatic boss status. Fully automatic boss status.
I face the east when I pray, but it's one west. All this camouflage on me, I'm a war vet. You BK about the rule, I ain't far-fetched. You niggas won't roll peace like Ryan Artest. Hey, took it and ran with it. The old me had to die for me to transition. All the churches closed down, it's a pandemic. So you be carrying every hood like a transmission. You could thank the general, I had the bar. Niggas running out of time like I had a mar. Red cup, black label, I'm a connoisseur. I'ma leave it wet if I draw the sword. Nigga, it's the code of conduct. Put on all black, get some rank, I know he's solid. She ain't gotta get naked, she know she poppin'. We was yelling bad, go way before the virus. Hey, most high Christ, this type of life ain't for the weak, you gotta sacrifice. Give it up. We sin unaware. Niggas go against the grain like they cutting hair. But I'm a priest and prophet, I gotta teach. You might not get to see me 7 days out the week. You got questions, we got breakdowns. You be care about the spread like a breakout. Refuge, this is safe house. Not too many take this road, but it's a straight route. Babylon is falling, let it play out. Fully automatic boss status.
Fully automatic boss status. Fully automatic boss status. Fully automatic boss status. Fully automatic boss status.
Someone who's a crypt or blood or a drug addict in the street, they don't know anything about the Bible or God. They're cold. Then it's us. In the UPK, we are what? Hot. That's us.
Straight out of One West, I'm too hot. My grandma keep on telling me I need to cool out. Quick to pull the scriptures out, pull the tool out. It's the home of the truth, my nigga, and you not hot, hot, hot. We hot, 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 hot. We hot, 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 hot. We hot, 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 hot. How many fake groups must get dissed before they really figure out who the Lord is with? I'm about to burn Babylon with these bars of spit. Niggas swearing they won't beef, well let's start some shit. I roll with warriors with swords and sticks, so keep stepping. Without a mind shit, this brotherhood is a weapon. This nation we protected, headed for Armageddon. Told them niggas no sweat, but these other niggas is sweating. Can't take the heat, nigga get out the kitchen. Ain't nothing these niggas saying you can find in the scriptures. They still in our breakdowns and trying to convert a gripper, trying to do the Lord's work, but he fell in love with a stripper. We can't afford to be playing around with the Lord. This one God faith and baptism on one accord. If you ain't a hot nigga, you might as well hit the morgue. My niggas gon' stand firm while you niggas fall on your sword. I'm too hot. My grandma keep on telling me I need to cool out. Quick to pull the scriptures out, pull the tool out. It's the home of the truth, my nigga, and you not hot.
H-O-T-T, what that mean? Gotta spell it out. Home of the priest, got the truth. That's without a doubt. Niggas getting winded, need to breathe, cause they chasing clout. What the priest is banging out so heavy, gonna break it down. We in your town, boots is on the ground all year round. When the summer, spring, and fall, we prophesying to the clouds, so cry loud. I say your ass at home, cause life is all about war. Don't make me go blasting chrome in they go to each his own. Nah, to each his own. We taking over the world, bringing the profits home. And I dare any of you fake niggas to stand in my way. You niggas is gay. You wearing purple panties. You great. Wearing your fringes on socks on the block. Talking to cops. Trying to make an arrest. Think you on West. We ain't calling you out. That's why no affiliation. We don't fuck with you out. Because we... And you know this, man. And if it ain't the UPK, then it's bogus, man. Johanna had to remind us what the code is, man. And now we hot niggas, but we still the coldest, man. Because
if I ain't a hot boy, then what do you call that? And if I ain't a hot boy, then what do you call that?
We set a blaze to the street when we prophesy to the wind. You be amazed with deceit, false prophets feeding our king. We set a fire to them lies in hope they open their eyes. Most niggas wouldn't see the truth, and if it's written on the blinds, they peeking out to see the real priest who change the lives. Commander General Johanna, that's on us out here to teach. You niggas done drop your swords, now you thieves like preachers, looking for another way round and ain't got no discipline. Tainted worse than the warriors in Southeast Michigan. We aware that you been listening, visiting online. You ain't my bone on my bone, cause you ain't got no spine. You weak in the mind, your vision is so filled with your pride. You can keep it cause ain't no cowards gonna hold our line. You out here live by individuals, practicing with your rituals. You ain't a hot boy cause you falling what these bitches do.
Straight out of one West, I'm too hot. My grandma keep on telling me I need to cool out. Quick to pull the scriptures out, pull the tool out. It's the home of the truth, my nigga, and you not hot, hot, hot. If I ain't a hot boy, then what do you call that? Hot. And if I ain't a hot boy, then what do you call that?
Understand? Clap it up. Shalom Israel is the universal practical knowledge of the Israelites, man. All right, give me 1 second. Looking for a different font. All right. Slack. Shalom, Israel. It's the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Johanna. You understand? We've been teaching the truth since 1969. And like the priest just brought out in the school, we've been the home of the truth. You understand? HOTT. Giving back the identities to the indigenous people, to the Negros, to the Escofi, La Raza, to his Israel, according to the Biblic, right? According to the Bible. And these right here behind me are the 12 tribes. You understand? And the Lord has called us to come out of our captivity by calling ourselves by our citizenship, right? Just like in Egypt, the bondage. It's time to free your mind, so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, because the scriptures is what's going to make us free. You understand? Not the oppressors, because the oppressors have everything they want and need in their kingdom of heaven. You understand? Because this is their rulership, because we have fell so far apart and away and turned our back from the Most High. So now we worship their gods, their Santa Marias, right? Their Mother Marys, their pictures of Blanca Diablo Jesus Christ. You understand? We have to come back into our laws, statutes, and commandments so that we can have the kingdom of heaven right here on earth. You understand? So that brings me to my first scripture of the day. It's the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 10. Well, let's start at 9. You understand? It's the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. Verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. You understand? He that leadeth into captivity shall go. You have led the 12 tribes into captivity, each and every oppressor on this face of the planet Earth. Therefore, you will be handmaids and servants. This isn't coming from the ISUBK. This is coming from the Holy Bible. You understand? This is why every other nation wants a happy ending in every movie, in every religion. Well, that is fairy tale and myth. That is false prophecy. You understand? He that leadeth into captivity shall go. So that includes the Babylonian king, that includes the Persian king, that includes the Grecian, right? The Italians, the Germans, the fake Jews, which call themselves Jewish today, the Russians, the Africans, you understand? The Arabs, the Chinese, the Korean, the Japanese, all of you are going into captivity. You understand? There's not going to be a happy ending where you have a rulership after Christ. The kingdom of heaven is for the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians to rule forever. So now we're exposing the lies of your traditional religious beliefs. And we are making found the identity and the truth behind this Bible. And it says, he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. So we are using these words as a double-edged sword, debunking each and every type of belief that you had against the Israelites. Because that's what the Bible has always been about. Fighting against fake gods, fighting against the Nimrods. You understand? The people that want to rebel against the Most High choosing a special people. So now we have to go into these scriptures and break it down to you. You understand? So let me get this next one. Nah, I ain't gonna drop that. That's a little bit too much meat on the bone for you. The book of Isaiah, chapter 1. All right. But we're gonna get into this though. The book of Amos, chapter 5, verse 18. If I had a reader, I would have got into Isaiah, but we're gonna skip that one. So we're gonna go to the book of Amos, chapter 5, verse 18. Right? And it reads, woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord, to what end it is for you. The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. You understand? So you have to come up with, let me share my screen. You have to come up with fake heroes that you think are going to save the day. Right? You got your Marvel superheroes. You got, the Iceman to Captain Marvels, the Iron Mans, the Justice Leagues. You understand? The Superman, Super Friends, right? The Black Widows. You got all these fake superheroes that you think that you can have. The Captain Americas. You understand? I'm sharing the wrong screen. Salakia. Right? The Captain Americas. Who else? Let's see who we got. right? The Green Lanterns. Good night. The Peacemakers. You understand? Who else we got? Well, they got so many of these fake superheroes, right? The Spider-Mans. Good night. It's not gonna be a happy ending. You understand? That's the moral to it. You understand? It's not going to be a happy ending if you don't think that the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians are gonna have rulership over this earth. You understand? It says, "Woe unto them that desire the day of the Lord." It's going to be a lot of unaliving. It's going to be a lot of destruction, a lot of pagan idols being burned. You understand? It's going to be a lot of flesh burning. And I pray that if you are a so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, that you recognize that it is time to separate. You understand? I'm going to go to the Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 2. Let me see. All right. It's the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 2. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they looked for. You understand? In the book of Revelations, it says it's only going to take our King Yahweh Shai, which we ignorantly call Jesus Christ today, 1 hour to destroy this place. That's all it's going to take. It's 1 hour. And that's super hardcore. You understand? There's not going to be any more throwing the rock, hiding the hand. There's not going to be any more whitewashing. You understand? All of that is going to get destroyed. It's going to come like a thief in the night. It doesn't sound like a happy ending to me. So you keep pushing your Paramount films. You understand? Your Sony delights, your fairy tales, because that's all they are. It's fairy tales. You understand? Myths. You dig? Nothing more, nothing less. It's just something that my people, right, the Israelites, have to acknowledge. That it's philosophy. You understand? I'm going to read it again. It's the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 2. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they have looked for. You understand? They're going to be amazed that this so-called Christ is a black man from the tribe of Judah, only coming to save his people. So I pray that you understand that it's time to clean up our act. It's time to get our minds out together, because high time is near. And the salvation is only for the Jews. You understand? This is going to be justice, bringing the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians out of captivity, out of bondage, out of these lies. You understand? Out of these prison systems, out of these abandoned homes, out of these generational curses, because it hasn't been a happy beginning or end for us. But I'm going to tell you like the scriptures tell you. When the righteous are in authority, the world will rejoice. You understand? I'm just quoting the Bible. Is it too far-fetched? But everybody wants that happy ending. Everybody wants their rulership that's so wicked to reign forever. But listen, it's all coming to an end. Everything has a due date. You understand? This is going to be the end of Esau and the beginning of Jacob. Every other nation has had their time. Well, for the rest of the time being, it's going to belong to the glory of the Most High, giving his children back the proper seat that he gave them. Because for so long, they have been abused under each and every one of these nations' foot. Abused under each and every one of these nations' rulership. Abused. You understand? These scriptures have been abused by your Christian pastors, by the Muslim mosque, by Catholicism. Abused. So now it's time for the priests and prophets to abuse these false doctrines. You understand? And tell the truth. We know the truth hurts, but you can get over it. You understand? And you're going to have to get over a black man ruling over this earth forever. So let's go into some more. Right? It's the book of Revelation, chapter 18, verse 4. And it reads, "And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sin, and that ye receive not of her plagues." So we have to separate from the daughter of Babylon. We have to separate from being consumed, right, by their ways of living. Because their ways of living is unaliving little children, abusing them, and eating their flesh. You understand? Being on the Epstein files. Being idolaters, adulterers, engaging in bestiality, indulging in all manner of wickedness. You understand? There's too many examples that I can go over in today's class that the oppressors do to oppress the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians. And there's too many ways and examples that I can explain of how wicked that their rulerships are. So we have to come out of her, my people. It didn't say the world. It said my people. Who did Moses come to save? His people. Who did Christ come to save? His people. And their people are the Israelites of the Bible. Right? So let's get into another precept. Matter of fact, we can keep reading where we at. Let's drop down to verse 9. All right. Verse 9. "And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning." You understand? Verse 10. "Standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, At last, the great city Babylon, the mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come." Right? This is the patience of the saints. You understand? To see the oppressors finally get the judgment that they have for so long portrayed and been a part of. You understand? All we have to do is get right with the Most High. So we can say Babylon is falling to rise no more. All we have to do is start loving our brothers as ourselves, because that's a commandment. You understand? And separate from these other nations. Why? Because they want us to do after man's tradition and forget about God's commandments, right? Forget about the do's and the don'ts, the thou shalls and the thou shalt nots. We can't forget about the thou shalls and the thou shalt nots, because those are commandments. That's something that we should never fell away from. So now we have to do them and observe to do them. We have to be at all the holy convocations. We have to make it an point to make it to those feast days. There's no greater love than a man that'll lay down his life for his friends, man. And our King, Jesus Christ, showed us the perfect example of how to do it and what to do it for and why to do it. It's for rulership. You understand? It's for their happy endings to end and our happy endings to forever be forever. You understand? And forever is a mighty damn long time. It's going to be glorious. Fried chicken. That lamb. You understand? That goat. Indulging in that perfect protein of beef. Not worrying about what's next on the Epstein files. Not worrying about there's a such thing as UFOs. These are all distractions. You understand? Distractions keeping you so far away from knowing who the God of Israel truly is, man. And I pray that you understand his name is not Yahweh. You understand? Yahweh has you being a part of the Talmud, which abuses little children and saying that this is the best way to circumcise a baby by blowing rod. That is not the God that I serve. I pray that you understand. Neither is the God of Christianity. That's not the God that I serve. Nor here in the ISUPK, because we are not Christians. We are not Jewish. We are the Jews that the Bible spoke of. And we are the ones that the Bible is saying come out of her. So that we can have this. Let me read this. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. You understand? It stopped right there. This is only for the 12 tribes. You feel me? It's not for anybody else. This is a family affair. It says, I will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel. I don't see any other nations that the Lord will have mercy on. This is why they can never have this happy ending as we do. You understand? But I pray that you understand that the 2/3 are not going to have that happy ending either. Because we'd rather be joined hand to hand with the unaliver, with the abuser, with the alternative lifestyles. We'd rather do that than to have rulership. It's so far-fetched when people actually hear the truth. You understand? And it says, I will set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. You feel me? That's when the world is going to start rejoicing. When these other nations cleave unto the house of Jacob, which are the 12 tribes of Israel. That's why it says, I will have mercy on Jacob, will yet choose Israel. It's talking about the same people. Talking about the same covenant. Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. Doesn't go to anybody else. This is the patience of the saints, man. You understand? Verse 2. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place. And the house of Israel, which is the house of Jacob also, shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. You understand? We're not going to be picking the gum off of the carpet anymore. We're not going to be your janitors anymore. Not going to be your housemaids. You understand? We're not going to be your car detailers. Not going to be working at the car wash. You understand? Those are going to be your jobs and your duties. You're going to be polishing the paints of the streets of gold. You're going to be building those pearly gates. Somebody has to build them. You understand? It's going to be your job and your duties, these other nations. And you're going to remain being handmaids and servants forever. And that's just the way love and life goes. You've done it to us. So now you're going to have to reap what you sowed. You're going to be at the cleaners. You understand? You're going to be serving the congregation of Israel after our King Yahushua returns. Hell, you might as well start doing it now. Make it look good so when our King comes, you understand? It'll be even easier light work. You understand? I damn near want to skip ahead. But let me finish this out. And they shall take them captive, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. It's right here in this Bible. You understand? You want to know where we at? This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 2. All right? It's right here in the Holy Bible. That's the most craziest part about it. All right? I'm going to go down and read to verse 4. Verse 3. And it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow, and from thy fear, and from the hard bondage wherein thou hast made to serve. Right? We're going to be at rest. We ain't going to have to wake up each and every morning, each and every day, and get blisters on our feet, and get blisters on our hand, for the blood, sweat, and tears just to survive. When the earth provides its proper nutrients for us to survive. There are fruit trees. You understand? There's vegetables that grow out the earth. There's water that streams down. You understand? This is a bottle of natural spring water. But you have to pay a fee to get what is so much of this earth today. Water. Fruit. Vegetables. You understand? Sugar cane, you got to pay for it. Good night. A greedy dog, you are. You understand? But we're going to be at rest, like the scriptures say. right? Verse 4, that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how has the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. It's going to be a glorious day, man. You understand? When this rulership of this world, or should I say the rulerships of this world, fall and ceased, right? Which is exist no more. When the 12 tribes can finally rest in a proper rulership forever. You understand? It's not going to be momentarily. It's not going to be 250 years. It's going to be forever. You understand? We're not going to have to pay for dog food anymore. We're not finna have to pay for cat food. It's going to be forever that the Israelites are in rulership. You understand? And this is the home of the truth, which we only go directly off of this Bible. Which brings me to another precept, right? It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 49, verse 23. Like I said, make it easier on yourselves. When you see the priests and prophets in your town outside holding ground, this should be your first act of fearing the Lord. And it reads, and kings shall be thy nursing fathers, and their queens thy nursing mothers. They shall bow down to thee, right, with their face toward the earth. So that means we up on them podiums and you see that ISUPK banner, bow down with your face toward the earth. You understand? They did it in the old and they're doing it in the new. All you have to go is go look at a camp speaking from the ISUPK in any zone. You understand? And kings, right, and queens are bowing down with their face toward the earth. And then the scripture reads, and they shall lick up the dust of thy feet, and they are kissing boots. You understand? And thou shalt know that I am the Lord, for they shall not be ashamed that wait for me. And we're not ashamed to tell you oppressors to apologize for the iniquity of your forefathers. We're not ashamed. You shouldn't be ashamed by bowing down and kissing boots either. Hell, we've been doing it for generations. So it shouldn't be anything to show an act of humility. Because you are in the wrong seat. You're in the wrong rulership, and you're living on the wrong earth with the wrong type of doctrines and lies. You understand? This Bible belongs to the black people, the brown people, and the indigenous people. Jewish. Like, you can't be serious. You didn't even steal the proper name. You call yourself Jewish, but you're still Jew. Like, ain't no way in hell. You understand? You got something you want to add?
Go ahead. I don't want you dropping the heavy. I'm just listening. I'm lost for words right now. Keep on going. Do what you do.
Man, most high Christ, no sweat. Oh, let me get the book of Jeremiah, chapter 16. I'm gonna start at 14.
Book of Jeremiah. Can you hear me out? Hear me good?
I hear you perfect. Damn right.
Book of Jeremiah, chapter 16, verse 14. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I shall no more be sad. The Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt.
I'll keep going, Baba Kasha.
Verse 15. But the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north.
Stop right there. This is one of the biggest stories. You understand that the Lord brought us out of Egypt. And now this is going to be the biggest story, that the Lord is going to bring us out of North America. You understand? Go ahead.
Come, I won't come. Where was I left off?
The children of Israel from the land of the north.
Okay, Salakia. The land of the north. Okay. Where's that verse for 16 and 14? Okay.
15.
15. Verse 15. But the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north, and from all the lands whither he had driven them, and I will bring them again into the land, into their land that I gave into their fathers.
Right? So that means from North America all the way back to Ghana, all the way to China, all the way up to Russia, all the way down to Australia and the South Americas. The Lord is going to free us and bring us back into our land, just like the book of Isaiah said. You understand? We're going back to Jerusalem, and this is going to be the new Jerusalem. You understand? It's not going to be a such thing as a yarmulke anymore. It's not going to be a such thing as the Talmud anymore. It's not going to be a such thing as a abuser of mankind with mankind. It's not going to be a such thing as abuser of woman with womankind anymore. We're not going to have to deal with those type of things because the Lord is going to bring us up out of bondage. You understand? He's going to resurrect our spirits and our king so that we don't have any more excuses of being a coward to this truth. You understand? We don't have any more excuses of not knowing who we are or where we come from, because we're going to be doing the same thing. We're still going to be teaching. You understand? We're going to be teaching these other nations how it's not okay to sleep with an animal. You understand? Or how it's not okay to eat bats, rats, cats, dogs, octopus, eels, blowfish. You understand? Pigs. Those things are not food. You understand? We're going to get the drug abusers off of drugs. None of that is going to happen in the kingdom of heaven, man. We're all in survival mode right now. You understand? Because like I was explaining earlier, this costs. The apples that fall off the tree cost. Right? The peanuts, the pecans, everything cost. Right? The to keep clothes on you to stay warm when you go outside cost. Like, good night. The diapers and wipes cost. Like, it's forever work. What they say, if you don't work, you don't eat.
Come.
But the ISUPK has the clothes drives and the food drives. You understand? We have the prison departments. We have the answers because the answers are right here in these scriptures. And we don't add to them or take away from them. We just going to do the work and get the work done and say, Khan out of one Khan. All right, let me get verse 16, Baba Shah.
Verse 16. Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord, and they shall fish them. And after Salakia, and after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks.
Right? So this is what it is, you understand? Right now, the Lord is raising up men like Christ rose up the disciples to be fishers right now. So now we got to teach brotherhood. Now we got to teach sisterhood. Now we got to teach gather together. You understand? Now we got to teach repent. Now we got to go into the midst and give the oppressors a bottle of water. You understand? Which he makes us pay for. Now we got to go into the streets and, forgive. Right? But there's going to come a time where the Lord, which sent the fishermen, he's going to send the hunters. You understand? Let me back up this video. Not video, but this this little article I had. Right? There's going to come a time where the Lord is going to send his hunters. You understand? And these hunters that he is sending, not even these type of superpowers are going to be a threat. Your nukes, your lasers, your semi-automatic and automatic weapons, your grenade launchers, your grenades. You understand? Your technology where you're making people throw up and bleed out their eyes and ears and noses. You understand? None of that is going to fathom with the type of hunters that the Most High is going to send. You understand? None of these superpowers are going to be able to stop the Lord. And that happy ending is going to come to an end. Right? There's not going to be any more movies where you kill off all the blacks and then the white man comes to save the day, or the oppressors come to save the day. Right? We're gonna make movies of you being in chains. That's gonna be the new happy ending. You being in chains. Right? The Africans being in chains, the Chinese being in chains. That's gonna be the happy ending. Because for so long, the world has been mourning because the wicked have been in rulership. You understand? So we have to commit ourselves into fasting, into being righteous. Right? We got coming up the Day of Atonement, where we fast for 24 hours to afflict ourselves, to show ourselves that we can go without. So being a part of this 12 tribes, we have to go without being sinners. You understand? So that we can fish other brothers into this truth before times is up. Because high time is near. You understand? I don't want to be the dead horse. Let me get Baba Kashad, the book of Isaiah, chapter 26, verse 20.
Salaki had one. Isaiah what?
Isaiah chapter 26, verse 20.
Book of Isaiah, chapter 26 and verse 20. Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers, and shut the door about thee. Hide thyself as it were for a little moment, until the indignation be overpast.
Go ahead.
Verse 21. For behold, the Lord cometh out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth for their iniquity. The earth also shall disclose her blood, and shall no more cover her slain.
You did. The Lord is a terrible power, and He is an almighty Father to the children of Israel. And right, there's gonna come a time when He tells Christ it's time. You understand? And He's gonna punish the inhabitants of the earth for their iniquities. And the scriptures also say, woe unto the inhabitants of the earth. Oppressors, your time is running up. And the scriptures say, you know yet that you have but a short time. So if you're a so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, it's not time to be playing. It's not time to be lackadaisic. It's time to get to work. It's time to fish your brothers that hell up out of hell. You understand? And I'm going to have to do a part 2. I'm going to have to do a part 2 of this. But yeah, I'm going to have to do a part 2 to this. You got the security announcements? Oh, you on mute.
Security announcement. ISBK. We are the ISBK. Started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for a new brother and sister. When a new brother and sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. Will court each other. After this 6-month period, brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21. Book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10. Means tenth in the Hebrew, ma'ashara. Tenth of every penny or increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher, priest fund. Free will offering for priests, not mandatory, but whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations.
Oh, you got that one? Or
no, I don't have that other one.
Okay. Upcoming holy convocation will be the Feast of Purim. This will be on the 14th day of the 15th day of the 12th month, Monday, 2nd of March, and Tuesday, the 3rd of March, 2026. Find us in the book of Esther, chapter 9, verse 20 through 31.
Come. Announcement. Convocations. Announce holy convocations from the sheet. Salakia. Okay, if anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, headbands, scarf. That's the security announcements out of one.
All right, Most High Christ. All right, if everybody want to jump off of this stream, give us like 5 minutes. Captain Yatazar is gonna jump back on for ISUPK El Paso and Rio Grande Valley. And with that, we're gonna give a courteous salute to the men and the teacher, men of Israel, Barak, Yahaba Shem Yahshua Barakatah. Courteous salute to the sisters, Barak, Yahweh Shem Alatham Bashem Yahshua. All right, let's cut it up.
Water
to you, sir.
Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The ISUPK, under commanding General Yahana, presents the Lord's 57th annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th annual Passover, April 4th, 2026, in Houston, Texas. all black Hispanics and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person ages 17 and up. The biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under Commanding General Yohana. See you there, Israel. Shalom.
Nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and war like apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us. Watch where you stepping.